There are three intermolecular forces that we've been reviewing so far. Those are hydrogen bonding, dipole-dipole, and London dispersion forces. Hydrogen bonding, strong. Dipole-dipole, somewhat intermediate. And then London dispersion forces would be the weakest intermolecular force. Now, how does this relate to the topic of surface tension? Well, something with a lot of hydrogen bonding will have the greatest surface tension. Then something with just dipole-dipole will have the intermediate surface tension. And for something with only London dispersion forces will have the lowest surface tension. Now, this doesn't really give much room of what surface tension is and how this works. So I'm going to give you an image over here of a water molecule. If I zoom into this water molecule, there's all these water acting with one another, interacting with one another via hydrogen bonding. So these dotted lines are hydrogen bonding. Well, on the surface in particular, there comes a hydrogen bonding, but it's a little stronger. They're really holding on tight with one another. So there is this creation of a film that forms on top so that they're not just splatter straight onto a surface wherever they're at. Eventually, it can break if there's enough water and volume, but it won't in the beginning. So because of this tightly bounded hydrogen bonding on the surface, a water strider, also known as water bug, could come on top over here, and instead of piercing through, they can kind of sit through because of that film surface. There's an actual surface there for them to walk on water. Now, that's what a surface tension is. But how does this relate to hydrogen bonding and London dispersion forces um, and dipole-dipole? Well, the surface tension over here for water droplet is really, really strong, okay? In the middle, not as strong, but on the surface is strong. And that's because the hydrogen bonding is stronger. For something with dipole-dipole, let me go back in the slide, something like this dipole-dipole interaction. Well, the film is still strong, but the dipole-dipole interaction isn't as strong. And for London dispersion force, it's very weak, so that film can break easily because the interaction of the intermolecular force is not as strong.